I want you to take the deepest breath that you can. Seriously, do it right now. Question: did your breath look more like this? Your chest puffed out and your shoulders went up? Or did it look more like this? Your belly came out and it was more of a diaphragmic movement. If we look at the definition of deep, it means something far down from the top. So then why are most of our breaths limited to the upper portion of our torso? Are we breathing wrong? We eat around 3 meals a day. We drink water 8 times in a day. But we breathe every 4 seconds. So why is it then that when most of us focus on improving our health, we focus on what we eat and the liquids we consume, but we never look at how we breathe? The Eastern systems of medicines, including Ayurveda and the Taoist traditions, have focused on the importance of breath in improving our physical and mental well-being for the thousands of years. Let's see what we can learn from these traditions about our breath to supercharge our health and experience high levels of vitality and energy, and what science has to say about all this. My breath has always been less than ideal. I used to mouth breathe often. It was heavy even while resting, and I used to run out of breath while doing physical activity. Nothing extreme, but like I said, less than ideal. And interestingly, I never realized that there was a problem. I mean, why would I? No one ever told me the importance of breath. And as a person who strives to experience peak human potential, the indifference towards my breath just flipped after I read a post on Reddit about this technique called the Buteyko method. When it comes to breathing, less is more. This is what the East has been saying since forever. But lately, even science has been catching up to this secret. It is found that around 90% of the people are chronic overbreathers. But what is so wrong about overbreathing? When we overbreathe, we exhale out excess of carbon dioxide from our lungs. And even though most of us assume that carbon dioxide is a waste gas, it actually helps in the release of oxygen to different parts of our body. It's called the Bohr effect. So overbreathing leads in decrease in the carbon dioxide levels in our body, which leads to sufficient oxygen not reaching parts of our body. This throughout the years compounds and leads to symptoms like brain fog, anxiety, fatigue, headache, inflammation, insomnia, congestion of nose, allergy, etc. So to increase oxygenation throughout our body, we must increase the carbon dioxide levels in our lungs. And to do that, we must accustom our body to breathe lightly throughout the day and night. When I read about Buteyko method, the benefits it claimed of were almost too good to be true. It boasted of benefits like superhuman energy and endurance, freedom from anxiety, better and naturally less sleep, freedom from allergies, asthma, and much more. Inspired by all this, I started to nose breathe throughout the day. I corrected my neck and tongue posture, and I even started to tape my mouth during the night. But to really progress with this, daily breathing sessions were absolutely necessary. The specific of these breathing exercise, you'll find it in the WIFM section, but it included A, slow breathing to get accustomed to it, and B, my personal favorite, breath holds. In breath holds, we stop our breathing after an exhale. And after a few seconds, it gets uncomfortable and we feel like breathing. And this discomfort is where something amazing happens. In his book Breath, James Nestor makes a very interesting proposition, which is this. The calming effect of prayer from traditions like Buddhism, Jainism, Hinduism, even the Catholic prayer of Ave Maria is because of the inevitable reduced breathing that happens during it. An almost similar pattern of breathing was noticed during all these prayers, which was a 5.5 seconds of inhale followed by a 5.5 seconds of exhale. Later, a breathing method out of this pattern was formed and studied on people with anxiety and depression with profound effects. It was called coherent breathing. So what about these breathing practices helps slow down our breathing and experience the benefits? When we do these breathing practices, we decrease our breathing volume, which increases the carbon dioxide levels in our lungs, which in turn causes a discomfort. Our goal with these practices is to get comfortable and relax with this discomfort. With enough training, we gradually get accustomed to the high carbon dioxide levels and our tolerance increases. So our breathing slows down throughout the day and during our sleep. What's in it for me? The goal we're trying to aim for: to have slow and calm breathing throughout our day. The concrete action steps that I think would help us reach there. Number 1, breathing through our nose all the time, unless it's impossible or extremely inconvenient. Even during exercise, as much as possible. In fact, the Buteyko method actually suggests to lower our intensity of exercise if we can't maintain nose breathing throughout. Second, taping our lips with a little tape at night. If you wake up with a dry mouth or have snoring problems, this means that you're breathing through your mouth at night. We sleep for around a third of the day, and heavy breathing during that period would undo our progress. Number 3, doing 2 to 3 breathing sessions every day, which slows down your breathing volume. It can be A, coherent breathing, which is 5.5 seconds in and 5.5 seconds out for 10 to 20 minutes, and breath holding, which is 3 seconds of inhale and 3 seconds of exhale, followed by a hold. The hold should be such that it's slightly uncomfortable but not extremely. In the beginning, I suggest starting with 3 seconds of hold and gradually increasing the hold time. You can download an app called Breath and make custom breathing exercises in it. I've been using it for a while and it's extremely useful. Remember, our goal during these sessions is to lower our breathing volume and get comfortable with it. And finally, summary.